I'm Michael, and this is Carelifornia. Last week, President Trump passed an executive order to provide assistance to states to give them money to continue to pay their unemployed workers an additional $400 a week on top of their normal benefits. This was to replace the $600 weekly benefit that was authorized under the CARES Act that expired at the end of July. But as the order reaches its way to states, there have been quite a few issues, changes, and even denials by states to take him up on his deal. So today we are talking about Trump's executive order to provide enhanced unemployment benefits, which states are participating, which states are not, and what are some of the issues with his enhanced unemployment executive order. Now this is your 5-minute daily dose, so let's make this quick. But before we do that, if you like this information, if you find it interesting, if you find it helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. So last week, President Trump passed an executive order to try to attempt to replace, at least in part, the enhanced unemployment benefits that provided Americans with an additional $600 a week on top of their normal unemployment benefits. But instead of this flat $600 amount, his plan provided people on unemployment with an additional $400 a week on top of their normal unemployment benefits. But the catch is that first, people would have to qualify for at least $100 of unemployment benefits under their state's eligibility requirements. Second is that they would have to pay at least 25%, that's the state, of the $400 payment. So that's $100. If states didn't want to or couldn't afford to pay the $100, then they wouldn't be able to participate in the program. And this is exactly what happened. States who already have cash-strapped budgets as a result of less spending and tax revenue, many are not able to pay the additional $100 per week per person on unemployment. In states with larger populations, that would amount to billions of dollars that really they don't have. This is why the White House reconfigured their plan to allow states to just solely accept the $300 from the federal government and not have to put in the $100 to help pay for people's enhanced unemployment benefits. But what this means now is people on unemployment in some states will now only receive the $300 rather than $400, which is 25% less. Trump's plan to increase unemployment benefits required that states pay at least $100 of the $400 they would be able to receive. It also gives them the option to just receive the $300 alone. But not all states are willing to take this deal. And in fact, states like South Dakota actually rejected the plan altogether, opting to go without any enhanced unemployment benefits. On Friday, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem said South Dakota's economy, having never shut down, has recovered nearly 80% of the jobs they lost. Further, she said that South Dakota is open for business, that it applies to business owners and their employees. But having an economy that only has 80% of the jobs back still leaves out 20% of the working population. In South Dakota, it had 33,711 unemployed individuals back in June. That's according to the BLS current population survey. Although these unemployment numbers look pretty small, the state has a relatively small population, and each of these folks who are unemployed still have families, rent, mortgage, and food bills that need help being paid for, as well as jobs that have not yet come back. And so for these individuals, the extra $300 or $400 would really have made a big difference in their time of need. But many states are embracing the extra money, given the fact that the White House has removed the need for states to contribute the extra $100 for the enhanced unemployment benefits. I mean, at this point, it's essentially free money from the federal government. Why wouldn't they accept it? States like Arizona, Iowa, Louisiana, and New Mexico have all been approved already for the program. Additionally, some states' governors said last week that they will still apply. So states like Alaska, West Virginia, North Carolina. While the governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, said he is still reviewing the president's executive order. In Arizona, under the new executive order, nearly 400,000 Arizonians will benefit from the increased unemployment benefits. This is according to a statement released from the governor of Arizona, Doug Ducey's office. Given the new leniency by the White House for the program, Ducey has only applied for the $300 a week and not the full $400 a week benefit. That would have required the state of Arizona to kick in the extra $100. So now, with the additional $300 added to the max weekly unemployment benefit of $240 per week, people in Arizona will be eligible for $540 a week. That's the maximum amount of unemployment benefits that someone would be able to receive. On Friday, Governor Ducey said that the payment will be made retroactive for each week after July 26, where the additional federal payments lapsed. Overall, I think that these enhanced unemployment benefits that are becoming available as a result of Trump's executive order will be a welcome temporary relief for Americans who are on unemployment and struggling to try to get some of their past due bills paid. Of course, this is not a permanent solution, and it's definitely not a substitution for another stimulus bill. This only addresses the immediate pressing issue of getting enough money into the hands of those folks who need it right now. There are still various concerns about the level of unemployment, getting enough money to states to try to keep their operations running, and rental assistance. Because even with the additional $300 a week, a lot of families will still not be able to make their rent payments for the month of September. So hopefully this week we can get some action from Congress to move closer to getting more stimulus out to the economy. Because without it, September is going to be a very rough month for our country.